What's happening, peeps? It's your boy Henny Wrestling, a grown man who loves God and wrestling. Back at it again with another video, back at it again with another episode. This is going to be on YouTube and also on my podcast. Today's December 31st. We are in our final day of 2021, which had a lot of ups and downs. For me, I had a lot of ups and downs. Beginning of the year, I was looking forward to go back to school, go back to college. It was my first time, I'll say, since 2011. 2010. That I went to college. At the beginning, I went there for the wrong reasons. For those who may or may not know, I wanted to play baseball. So the only reason I went to college was to play college baseball. I really didn't want, to better myself or hone a skill. So when I go look for a job, boom, I have a skill that will help a company, So, my mindset, my posture sucked a decade ago. But this year I went back, and unfortunately it didn't win how I wanted. A lot of things. I'll be honest with you, I got hit by this sickness that is going on around the world. I'm not gonna mention it. I didn't do my part neither. My glasses broke during the finals. Weeks before the finals exam, so I honestly couldn't do nothing. So everything just killed me. So it was a frustrated semester for me this year. I was planning to go back the spring semester, but I might do it either the fall or the summer, where I just take one class or two, and then just go from there. But other than that, man, wrestling has been a fun year for me. If you haven't followed me on Instagram, I'll put the link in the description below. I'll put my logo around the area. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up button and hit the notification bell for every video that I post. You'll be the first ones to know. Wrestling 2021, a lot of good things happened. A lot of not good things has happened. So, I'm gonna go talk about my favorites and my least favorites for this year. This year, wrestling for me has been great. I have met a lot of wrestlers. There's wrestlers that I wanted to meet, and unfortunately I couldn't because of health issues. But there's some that I was able to meet them either halfway or towards the end of 2021. So I thank God for that. And during the second half of the year, I was able to go to wrestling events. So I went to like 15, 16 events, and probably went like, out of 16, probably three brands I went to their events twice, which is Battle Club Pro, We Are Wrestling, where they started the brand, so shout out to We Are Wrestling, and Global Syndicate Wrestling. That's where I met Austin Aries. So shout out to Global Syndicate Wrestling for bringing Austin Aries, because he's one of my favorite all-time wrestlers, and I'm glad I was able to meet him twice. So that was pretty cool. So shout out to GSW. Everything else I went. I was able to sponsor shows. Battle Club twice. We Are Wrestling twice. Invictus Pro Wrestling, I sponsored the main event. Was supposed to be Myron Reed versus Chris Dickinson, but Dickinson got hurt, and we had AJ Gray. AJ Gray, that man can go. That man can hit. Oh Lord, that's a guy you don't want to mess with. I also sponsor for Capital Championship Wrestling. So shout out to them. I sponsor Masha Slamovich for that show. I'm also going to sponsor someone else in 2022. Oh gosh, y'all gotta stay tuned. That's why you guys gotta follow me on Instagram and on Twitter, so you guys can stay updated on things that I'm doing. But that has been pretty fun. Yeah, it's been a pretty fun year. Promotion wise, I went to 3 AEW events. The one in Jersey in September, I think it was September 15th. Yeah, September 15th. That event was supposed to have been March 25th last year, and literally that was on my birthday. The Blood and Guts that's supposed to happen in Jersey on March 25th. That was literally on my birthday. That was going to be my 30th birthday gift. And because of the pandemic, I wasn't, neither me or anyone else wasn't able to go. And I was very disappointed. It was literally on my birthday. But in exchange, I had the opportunity to see Adam Cole do his in-ring debut in AEW New Jersey. I was like, if you would have told me 2 years ago that on my 30th birthday, AEW Blood and Guts is gonna come to New Jersey, but the bad thing is that I was not gonna able to enjoy it because of the pandemic. But Adam Cole is gonna be in AEW, and he's gonna have his in-ring debut September 15th in New Jersey. I will not believe you guys. It was cool to see Adam Cole there. Dynamite in Queens Grand Slam. I saw Adam Cole, but that was like Rampage Grand Slam and stuff. And then the one in Long Island. I'm gonna be real with you. I honestly thought Punk was gonna be the heel and MJF was gonna be a babyface, but that was just a one-time thing because MJF is from Long Island. So so I think it was a one-time thing where Punk turned heel and MJF be a babyface for a while. So. Speaking about MJF, I'm watching MJF over here right now. He was before all of that, his fame and stuff. He was in Major League Wrestling, so, and I think Beyond Wrestling, all the indie shows that he has been. So that's why you gotta support the indies, man, because all these people that you see on television, they started in the indies. What else? WWE wise, I went to Friday Night SmackDown, and one of the big 4 pay-per-view, which was Survivor Series that happened in Barclays Center in Brooklyn, in November. So those are the two. So those are the two I went. So those are the 2 events I went for WWE. I should have went to Monday Night Raw because there was someone attacked Seth Rollins. Then following after Survivor Series, I was like. It's like, why? And then I found out who it was, and I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Without further ado, let's talk about my favorites of 2021 as far as wrestling and my least favorite. And we're gonna start off with Kota Ibushi winning the IWGP Heavyweight title and the IWGP Intercontinental title. Kota Ibushi has won the IWGP Intercontinental title, but he has never won the IWGP Heavyweight title. Last year was his second straight year. Wasn't? Yeah, it was a straight second year that he won the G1 Classic tournament, and unfortunately he lost to Jay White in a match. And Jay White had the briefcase that earned him the right to challenge the world champion at Wrestle Kingdom. Shout out to Naito for that, because I think if it wasn't for him doing what if it wasn't for him doing that, I think Ibushi would never have the opportunity, to win the IWGP heavyweight title, or have the opportunity to win the IWGP heavyweight title. And then day 2, it sucked because of the fact that Jay White is one of my favorite wrestlers too in New Japan. So Ibushi and Jay White, they're like my 1-2s. Like Adam Cole and Keith Lee, they was like my 1-2s in NXT. So seeing them wrestle at day 2 of Wrestle Kingdom, or night 2, it gave me that vibe of Adam Cole versus Keith Lee in the winner takes all, because it's like it was hard for me to cheer for both of them because I love both of them, you know. So that's one of my favorites to start off. Kota Ibushi winning the IWGP heavyweight title and the Intercontinental title at Night 1 of Wrestle Kingdom of this year. Now, the least favorite for me, honestly, we're going to start this off. New Japan, what the hell are you thinking? Y'all really dropped the IWGP Intercontinental title? What was the point? What was the point? Like, come on, man. Okay, you have the IWGP World Heavyweight title. Fine. You got the IWGP United States title. Fine. You got the Never Open Weight title. Fine. You got the Junior IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. Fine. That's like the Cruiserweight division. Why you have to drop the IWGP Intercontinental title? You know how many talents you guys have? Come on, man. So that was my least favorite, that they dropped the Intercontinental title, the IWGP Intercontinental title. Now, everybody was getting mad at Ibushi. First and foremost, this is not Ibushi's fault. This is a decision from New Japan, not Ibushi. Because if it was Ibushi, then I would have looked at him. I would have looked at him like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, come on. My other favorite moment in wrestling. I was happy to see Rhea Ripley be in the final two at the Rumble. Bianca Belair winning the Royal Rumble. She was my pick to win the Women's Royal Rumble match. So to see her winning it, although it would have been cool for Rhea Ripley to win it, but I'll take it. Bianca Belair winning the Women's Royal Rumble. My other favorite moment was that same night. Edge winning the Men's Royal Rumble, which lead me to the least favorite, which is the triple threat. Like, I ain't gonna lie, the triple threat match at WrestleMania for the Universal title, it was awesome. I ain't gonna lie. But I just felt some type of way because the story was written, because we're talking about a guy who literally forced to retire 10 years ago because of a neck injury. Came back almost 10 years later, because he came back in 2020. And win the Royal Rumble in 2021 to main event WrestleMania this year. I think night 2 of WrestleMania, I think either that was the match that he had against Del Rio 10 years ago when he defended the World Heavyweight title, or it was the speech that he gave that he had to force he had to relinquish, the World Heavyweight title and to retire. So I don't know which one of them two, but the story was written right there, and they had to mess it up. I think Bryan Danielson right now, because it was Daniel Bryan. But Bryan Danielson at that time, I think he didn't want to be included, but whatever. That was my least favorite, because it was like, this was a comeback story. Edge should have won the Universal title, but I understand that WWE is trying to make Roman Reigns the most dominant champion in WWE history. So I'll give that a pass. Rhea Ripley winning the Raw Women's title, like, I could have been more happier for her. Like, seriously, I could have been more happier for her. I'm glad she won the Raw Women's title. Like, I met her I met her in 2020 before the pandemic. I'll put it right here in the picture, so y'all don't think I'm lying, or I'm trying to well, whether you want to believe me or not. But I did meet her when she was the NXT Women's Champion at that time. I was very happy for her to win the Raw Women's title. I was very hyped. I was in my room, and I was seeing her win it, man. I was very hyped about it. Which leads me to the Money in the Bank match with Charlotte Flair. That's one of my least favorites. Like, don't get me wrong, like, that was a great match. Like, I enjoyed the match, but I felt like that match should have been a redemption for Rhea Ripley, because Rhea Ripley lost the NXT Women's title to Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. So I feel like this match should have been a redemption match for Rhea Ripley to beat Charlotte Flair. But nah, you know how it is. So yeah, that's one of my least favorites as well. No, excuse me. Bobby Lashley winning the WWE title. It's about that time. Like, seeing him in early 2000, I feel like this guy should have been WWE champion. Like, you know, but I guess they didn't have him. I guess they didn't have the trust or the faith in Bobby Lashley to carry that belt, the WWE champion at that time. So him coming back, you know, he had the Intercontinental title and the United States title, and finally winning the WWE title this year and defending it at WrestleMania. Couldn't have been more happier for him. He just needs a tag team title, and he's a Grand Slam champion of WWE. So it's just a matter of time. I don't know when it will be a good time for him to be in the, well, not be in the tag team division, but have like a moment where he wins the tag team titles in WWE and have a good couple of months of defending the title, and then that's it. And no one can take that away from him, that he became a Grand Slam champion in WWE. You know, so only time will tell. Let's see what happens. Now, seeing Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair being the two black female wrestlers main event WrestleMania. That's awesome. I know it was 2 nights, but seeing that main event was awesome, and seeing Bianca Belair winning the SmackDown Women's title, it was awesome as well. So shout out to both of them. Phenomenal job in that match. Like, they really did well in that match. Really, really, really well. We're gonna jump to the least favorite, which leads me to is it Becky Lynch? Yeah, Becky Lynch coming back. It's not her comeback that got me upset. It's honestly the way they booked the match. I mean, the way they booked it for her to come back, like, that's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Like, you guys could have just had Bianca Belair win in a roll-up and then have the Extreme Rule match. Have the match at Extreme Rules. You know, Bianca Belair walking in as champion, and then do whatever y'all did with Sasha Banks and have that triple threat match at Saudi Arabia. You know, like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that idea at all. But I understood why, because they were both was gonna go to Raw. I think Charlotte wanted I think Charlotte wanted to give the title to Bianca Belair, but nah. They preferred for Becky and Charlotte to hand over the titles. It's like, it is what it is. That's why I don't get upset with WWE anymore. I do get upset a while, but it's like, whatever. Like, you guys do whatever y'all want. We're still gonna go to live events. We're still gonna buy the merch. We're still gonna buy the belts. So it's like, why keep getting mad at a company where we're, at the end of the day, we're still gonna support them? You know. So seeing the crowd coming back to the arenas, that should be everyone's favorite moment in wrestling, because in March we saw WWE and AEW and some indies. They had to be in like some sort of place or bubble to continue, have money going, to continue to produce content for wrestling and stuff. So they had to so there had to be a spot where they could be, and they don't be in contact. They don't be in contact with people and stuff. So it was hard. But little by little, the crowd was coming back, and it was cool. But it was cool to experience last year. Seeing these wrestlers taking bumps, the slams, and the stuff hear the pain and all of that. Like it was cool, but the fans' energy is a lot. Wrestlers feed off of that, and all our lives we have seen fans in the arenas cheering, whether cheering and booing, and not having no fans. It's weird. It was weird. So fans coming back, that was his favorite moment. That was his favorite moment for everyone in wrestling. It should be. If not, then I don't know what to say. Least favorite, the releases. Very unfortunate with the releases. Very, very unfortunate. I'm in the middle because I understand why they did it. And at the same time, it's like, I don't understand. I'm gonna add this upon that. The NXT, like, I don't know why they did that switch. The only thing that I could come up with is that they was upset that WWE was upset they couldn't beat AEW, respectfully, with the Wednesday Night Wars. And if that's the case, then WWE should not be focusing on AEW. They should focus on themselves. Because AEW, whatever happens to them, it's going to be on them. Like, it's really going to be on them. So, I don't like that part. I don't like that part that they try to bring down AEW, but then again, they want to be the only $1 million promotion. And it's like, yo, enough of that. Let people eat. If they don't want to go to your brand, they want to go to the other one, let them be. Like, at the end of the day, we all make choices. So I will never understand WWE, like, on that part. Like, I will never understand them. Yeah, the releases sucked, man, and the one that hurt me the most was the last month, when Karrion Kross, Keith Lee, Davey Boy Smith, and Taya Valkyrie, who was known as Frankie Monet, they got released. I felt heartbroken because of the fact that I met all of them in 2020. Like, honestly, I met Kross in January. I met Harry Smith or Davey Boy Smith in February. The same month I met Keith Lee, and then I met Taya Valkyrie September of last year. And I thought Taya Valkyrie was gonna be the one who's gonna dethrone Raquel Gonzalez for the NXT Women's title, but right now it's Mandy Rose. I understand why they're doing this, because now they're trying to move forward with the young wrestlers, and Taya Valkyrie, I think she's in her late 30s. You guys can help me out. And also they're trying to make athletes out of wrestlers. So let's say a football player couldn't make it to the NFL, but want to try wrestling. If WWE love his build and love the looks, love the build, they'll definitely take him and put him in their system. So it sucks, but hey, man. I know a lot of people is like, WWE's not gonna sign independent wrestlers. Yes, they will, but they gotta be young. They can't be in their late 20s, early 30s. I think. Nah, they can't. It gotta be late teens, early 20s, maybe mid 20s. I could be mistaken. But they want young talent. They're not gonna sign these old talent, which I don't understand, because it's like, ain't old talent can help as well? Like, I don't understand. But I didn't like the releases, man. It is what it is, and that's something I don't understand because in 2019, WWE was giving contract extension to these wrestlers, so they don't sign with AEW and other promotions, and now 2 years later, they're releasing everybody. So it's like I don't understand, but everybody say budget cuts. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think it's budget cuts. I think it's just they don't have an idea of the wrestler, or they just, they don't have an idea. They don't know what to do. I don't think it's budget cut because WWE, they make money year in and year out. I don't think it's budget cut. I really don't. I don't think it's budget cut. It's just they don't have ideas. That's what it is. My other least favorite, this is recently, Sami Zayn getting kicked out of the Universal title for WWE Day 1, which I'm going to give my prediction. I will put the link in the description below for the WWE Day 1 prediction. That's going to happen tomorrow. I don't like that either. I didn't like that. Like, Sami Zayn is a heck of a wrestler. But again, because of big money fight, they're gonna put Lesnar and Roman Reigns. They're both 2-2, so they'll have to one of them has to have one more win over each other. So either Lesnar gets 3 wins over Roman, or Roman gets 3 wins over Brock Lesnar. But I didn't like that. Like, Sami Zayn versus Roman Reigns, that's a fire match. Like, legit a fire match. And because of money, they put Brock Lesnar. Whatever. Okay, so my other least favorite, SmackDown not winning one match in Survivor Series other than Roman Reigns winning the match against Big E. If you want to add Nakamura for the pre-show, go ahead. But I didn't like that. That SmackDown did not win not one match in Survivor Series. Other than Roman Reigns, and if you want to add Nakamura because there wasn't a pre-show, I'll add that too. Priest and Nakamura on pre-show, that's not it, bro. That's not it. You should have left the Battle Royal and have Damian Priest and Nakamura. Like, that ain't it, bro. Should have had Nakamura versus Damian Priest in the main card, not a pre-show. So that was my other least favorite. I know a lot of people would say The Rock not coming to Survivor Series, but they have mentioned before The Rock was not gonna come to Survivor Series because I think he was filming at that time. Yeah, that's about it. There's probably more, but that's about it for now. Those are my favorites and my least favorites for 2021 for wrestling. 2022 is going to be amazing. We're going to start off the year. I'm heading to AEW Dynamite in Newark, New Jersey. So I think we're going to be I think in that show we're going to determine the new TBS champion. And I think Jade Cargill versus Ruby Soho in the finals. I'm picking Jade Cargill to win this match. I think she's I won't say a heavy favorite, but I feel like she might win that title. So I got Jade Cargill over Ruby Soho. I love Ruby Soho, but I think Jade Cargill is gonna take it. So you're not gonna see me a fresh haircut until January 5th. So I'm trying to save my haircut and all of that for January 5th. So yeah, those are my favorites, my least favorites. You guys comment down below if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to my podcast, you could write, I think, a comment, whatever the case may be. Let me know what's your favorite, your least favorite in 2021 as far as professional wrestling is concerned. And with that being said, guys, thank God for tuning in. Take care. Happy New Year. And remember, live, learn, and adapt. Any Wrestling out.